So a pretty flat day for the market, but I quickly want to talk about what we've learned so far. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick market update. All I literally ask you to do, if it's not too much to ask, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you feel like I earned it. The first thing I want to talk about is, well, what's going on? Why did markets gap up? If you guys did not hear the news, the real reason markets gapped up after market hours yesterday and kind of led to the morning push, which then led kind of to a sell-off in the later hours, is that Trump announced that, he's going to not focus on firing Powell, which again, we all proved that he has no power in actually doing. And the second thing that he announced is that he's going to take it easy on China. He's no longer going to be playing hardball. So Trump says he won't be playing hardball with China and expects tariff deal to happen pretty quickly. But the reason that the market shortly after ended up correcting itself, and you guys really enjoyed the video that I made earlier, I really appreciate you guys taking time and watching it and showing some love. It just provided some insight on why the market was retracing. We all knew that the market was pushing for no apparent reason other than Trump said he plans to no longer play hardball with China and expects tariff deal to happen pretty quickly. But what was then later said earlier today was that the S&P 500 drops below 5,400 as Treasury Secretary Besnett says that he does not have a time frame for the start of trade talks with China because there is actual no trade talks yet. Nonetheless, let's talk about what markets are doing right now. So we now understand that what caused the market to push up yesterday is now causing it to retrace today because it's not actually true. There is no progress just yet. It's just out there that Trump is open to talking. China wants to see that there's no more really just pointless threats that are being given. We could all form our own opinion about if we agree or disagree. It doesn't really matter. Nonetheless, the sentiment is hopefully a conversation can now begin between the U.S. and China. That's really what I want to summarize. I don't want to make it personal. It's just that's what it is. So Shanghai and Chinese markets are up slightly. Investors feel hopeful that Trump is less tough on China, and China says it may talk if no more threats come. So U.S. officials say no deals yet, no tariff cuts for now. So as of right now, again, literally, so this is why I used this analogy yesterday and today as well. The markets rallied, yet markets still have the same issue that we've had before. The sentiment is still bearish, trade war is still present, and the Federal Reserve still hasn't cut interest rates. To add to it, I just want to make sure that we're all aware, right? I wanted to provide you with a quick update, what we've learned so far. Also, I need to make sure that you're aware of this. Trump to exempt car makers for some U.S. tariffs. For those that did not hear the news, supposedly there are some exemptions. So it says the Trump administration will exempt tariffs on car parts coming from China while also levying duties on imported steel and aluminum. So the exemption, however, could leave in place the 25% tariff Trump imposed on all imports of foreign-made cars. The 25% duty on foreign imported car parts, which is due to take effect May 3rd, is also expected to continue. You guys let me know. Obviously, again, it doesn't really matter. Some people are speculating that this is all to help Elon because Trump feels bad because of the hit that Elon Musk took. And this is supposed to help because of all the imports or the reduced tariffs. So the cost of these imported goods don't go up because then that will always get passed down to the consumer. We all know that even if a vehicle like a Tesla is made and assembled in the US, a lot of the parts are imported, maybe the materials from different parts of the world, right? Something you have to be realistic and take into consideration. So I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that supposedly these exemptions are happening, and it just seems very likely or convenient for Elon. Nonetheless, Tesla is kind of trading flat after market hours. Not much going on there. The thing that I want to point out for tomorrow, and I hope that you guys are excited for, I wanted to see what you guys thought. I do not have to go live. Again, we'll talk about this, I guess, a little bit tomorrow. But Google reports earnings. This is going to be the first trillion-dollar company. It trades at a $1.89 trillion, even after losing, 20%. So from previous all-time highs to the current levels, it looks like Google is still down 24, almost 25%. So one of the first $1 trillion companies to report earnings. It's the second Magnificent Seven after Tesla. It's going to report earnings tomorrow after the market closes. I was thinking that tomorrow in the morning, I can make a video highlighting kind of like what to look out for, what the market's expectation is, because it's not actually expected to report earnings until after the market closes tomorrow. And then tomorrow, you guys can let me decide if you guys want me to go live, and you guys just have to, get the video to over 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel, because of course, I just want to make sure enough people show up. But again, kind of exciting, right? It, I think, will be kind of the deciding factor because we all know that Tesla yesterday, although it pushed up, right? We all saw that yesterday. So Tesla pushed up after reporting terrible earnings, but it was just very convenient timing, because at the time that it reported earnings yesterday, it was trading flat and barely holding on when it reported terrible earnings. It missed earnings per share by like 35, 36%, and it missed revenue by about 10%. Yet out of nowhere, then Trump announced that, oh, hey, we're thinking about going easy on China now. And of course, that acted as a positive catalyst for no reason, because nothing actually changed. I get it. It's hope. And because of that hope, the market pushed up. I want you to be aware of that. Because on the larger time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, and it seemed like a lot of you guys agreed with me. And again, I'm not here to challenge you. I think that if you want to go long on something right now, be my guest. It doesn't affect me. I don't care for that, right? I'm just here to make you aware. On the 4-hour time frame, we're still a descending pattern. It's still trading below the moving average, and it's been forming lower highs and lower lows. And as we continue to see big tech companies report earnings, if they report worse than expected, if their guidance is worse than expected for 2025, what do you think is going to happen? Obviously, if Google tomorrow reports negative earnings and poor guidance, and we begin to see a retracement, it will most likely drag the rest of the market down with it. Just something to take into consideration. But like I said, maybe tomorrow will be the turning point, that if it does report better than expected earnings, if Trump and China do figure out a deal to begin to negotiate, that's 2 out of the 3 problems that we're facing right now that's causing the market to sell off or have some form of uncertainty. The only other one is the Federal Reserve, and we all know that based off of the most recent Fed rate monitor tool, there's a very low probability, 5.3%, that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates. There's a 94% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to continue to pause. So again, we could talk about this a little bit more tomorrow. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I just wanted to provide you guys with a super quick update. I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. A lot of activity, a lot of volatility will most likely present itself. I hope to see you there. If you want to tune on in to watch me trade live, again, you do not have to, but it's the second link in the description down below. And yes, for those that always ask, it's a one-time payment for lifetime access. So I hope to see you there. I appreciate your time. I hope that earns a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.